Hello there, everyone. Welcome back to some more Let's Play Pathologic. Everyone, I've got a bit of prep here to talk about before we begin recording today. I don't want to hide anything from you guys when it comes to the things I've been doing and so on for this game. I recorded this episode earlier today, but I was unhappy with how it came out. So, if you do not know, before we go any further, down in the comments section, I'll try to remember to put a timestamp down there so you guys can click on that and skip ahead like the 3 minutes, 3-4 minutes this will take, and then we'll talk about what we're doing for the day. So, I've been trying to find another type of recording software that I can use for, well, my recording needs. I've been using Fraps for the past, 20 years for any of video recording purposes that I've wanted to use it for. And it's decent enough. However, it writes these massive files out, and they take a significant amount of time to actually compress them down afterwards. Recently, I've been pretty happy with OBS Studio when I've been using it to record, what was the game? Tokyo Dark. So I used it earlier to record a game of Pathologic. However, I then discovered when I went to check on the recording afterwards that the resolution it was writing it out to is decent, but significantly lower quality than what we've seen so far for Pathologic. In fact, I was unaware that I had set the OBS Studio recording to be such a low resolution. It was set to, and it's still a high resolution, I guess, comparatively to what I'm used to from days of yore, but still, it was recording at 1460 by 616. So, I did not want a Pathologic video to be a 720p video, because I think I'm uploading it at, 1080 at least, if not higher than that. And so I decided, I'll just reshoot this video. Nothing really super important happened, in so much that there was no combat, no threat of disease, nothing of that sort occurred. And so, why not? Well, I'll just re-record that video, and now I'm using Fraps again. You can tell I'm using Fraps because, see this red 60 in the upper left-hand corner of the screen? Fraps is telling me that I'm recording at 60 FPS for this game. That's another thing. OBS Studio records at 30 FPS. So I'm going to need, if I want to use OBS Studio to record all my games, I'm going to need to probably purchase a better version of it, which I might do anyway because I really like OBS Studio, and or find a way to make it record at a faster frame rate. I have changed OBS Studio to record at a better resolution, but again, I want to re-record this episode because I did not like how it came out at that weird resolution it was recording it at. Alright, so here's our stats. I think it's be helpful for us to take a look at this when we start out every single day. Let's see, it looks like we're very healthy. Our immunity is looking good. We're not very hungry yet. And we're not too tired, but we're going to be swinging past Evian's, and we'll probably sleep for 2 hours when we get there. We'll eat some food, and we'll pick up all the food we need to complete the one optional quest, the House of the Living. So here are our adherents. We have to keep all these people alive today. And here's our quests. Let's go ahead and read the conflict. The ruling family should stand together in the face of a common threat. Soborov should be granted the full extent of governing authority, but the families are not yet convinced that the plague is spreading. This obstacle is not insurmountable, however. If only I knew what it was that scared Anna Angel so much. In addition to tales of the man-eater, the streets are rife with rumors of strange places and suspicious houses. It occurs to me that the children, swarming in the gutters and listening in from shadows as they do, must learn of these places firsthand. It may be worthwhile to speak to their confidant, Victoria Ologimskaya, which we did yesterday. The, 15-year-old girl, who the children talked to her as their confidant. Victoria told me of the dubious endeavors of Sticky, a street urchin. Apparently the little rascal was quite distressed by the yield of his own exploits. If I can get my hands on him, then maybe I can shake out the location of the Silent House. I have to enter the Silent House if I am to confirm that the disease that killed Simon is spreading. Who other than Bachelor Dankovsky is qualified to make that kind of verification to the local authorities? Of course, I must be careful. Ruben told me that the local drugstores are running out of immune system medication. What is this house? What is the nature of that filth and the inflammation that covered the poor woman's body? If the rulers require proof, then this is it. I will present Soborov with the key, a grisly memento that unlocks the secrets contained within this diseased place. We didn't walk into the back room, because I stopped to talk to the girl first, but the curtains and the wallpaper there have this strange scabby substance all over them. Very weird. Reminds me of the growth in Amnesia: The Dark Descent that appeared on the walls and floors and what have you. My hypothesis was true. However two-faced the powers that be may be, their information was correct. There is an outbreak of highly contagious disease in town. Gregory Kane and Vlad Olgimsky are at the head of the ruling families. They will need to be notified before anything else, and then I can take up my duties. Alright, so apparently, even though we didn't really get a temperature from them, and we didn't take any blood samples, we got just them telling us that they're diseased. I'm writing in my quest log that they are diseased. So from now on, even though we haven't examined Simon Kane's body, I'm going to go with, we honestly think there is a pandemic here, and that the disease is contagious, and it has possibly already been spreading throughout the town. Vlad Ogimsky has agreed to delegate his authority to the head of the Soborov family. They are in concordance with one another, not a moment too soon. I can go back to Alexander now, for I still have to present my official papers to him and discuss my further authority. I am bound by the power of my word. Whichever shape the enemy assumes, the substance of our confrontation remains the same. In other tasks, the House of the Living. Lara reads too much classic literature. She wants to create a shelter where her friends and intimates will be safe while the outbreak is seething through the town. Vlad the Younger, Maria Kana, and Yulia Laruchiva are willing to provide the witherall to buy all the necessary provisions, but it comes down to me to source them. I need to buy several loaves of bread, a few bundles of dried fish, and some legs of smoked meat. Now, I did complete this quest when I recorded this part earlier, and they are only going to accept what was listed in that quest log for the foodstuffs. I had purchased an extra thing of fish and an extra hunk of smoked meat, and they didn't take them from me in the end. So that's interesting to know, that we cannot give them more food than what they asked for that quest. We know all about you. Easy there. Where are you running so fast? Shopping! Everything is getting so pricey. The prices are rising by leaps and bounds, literally by the hour, and I mean it. An hour ago, butter cost 100, and now it's 500. I can't even imagine what it'll be like by the evening. What am I supposed to tell Mom? Hurry up then, while there are still any goods left to buy at all. The next little girl will ask her the other types of questions. I think realistically, if someone interrupted me and I was looking to buy food, I would not stop. I would be like, I can't stop. I need to buy food now. The prices are cheap, and I keep running to wherever it is I was going to get that food. Oh, we're here for Eva Yan. She is right here. Well, we're not here for her herself. We're here for our room in her place. It is now, I think, 2 o'clock. 11 o'clock. Okay. Oh my god, door. Okay. Hopefully that doesn't stop me from leaving the house. Where's the bed? All right, here we go. Let's go ahead and rest for 2 hours. That's much better. Now for rations, let's think here. We need another loaf of bread. We don't need this. We need another one of you. Actually, we'll take this back. Okay. Good. So that is the rations that we needed. Do I have anything else I want to store in here? Oh, interesting. Each lockpick takes up 1 space. I think everything else I'm good. I'm fine with. All right. Let's open that up. So, Eva Yan, I know, wants to flee this place, but I am not interested in helping anyone actually leave. Hello, little boy. Hey, you! Don't mess with us! We know a thing or two about life. What's the news in the town? Someone's plundered our old powder caches. Who could it be? You had powder? Not powder, powders. Powders, schmouders. We used to play Plague. Naturally, the game demanded that we steal medicine. Then we arranged drugstores and produced recipes, competed at who invents the best one. All in all, a couple of recipes turned out to be fine. I mean, the kids that took the schmouder survived. Good for them. You don't get it. They've survived the sand pest. You know what it does with your blood? It makes it boil in your veins like an egg in a pot. First it runs thick, then it turns into clots like cottage cheese. How do you like that? And schmouders did help. Interesting. Where can I find these powders? I'd never tell you, even if I knew. Could I study the recipe and replicate them? Could you? Are you for real? I am. I could relay that to our guys. If they come across some, I'll tell them to keep the schmouders for you. But don't count on it too much. Schmouders are unique and hard to come by. I won't then. Interesting. So I did not talk to the little boy in the last episode. Well, not last episode being the episode that's not going to be uploaded now. Razors. Here. I'm sorry, everyone, that it's been kind of a disaster the past 2 recording sessions of Pathologic. I don't want it to be. It's just that, darn it, things are really not working out for some reason. Alright, so we are here for the Canes. We're here for Maria to get the money, and we're here for Gregory to ask for his you know, ask him to give his authority, his permission, support to Soborov to act as the leader in this situation, given that Simon Kane himself is dead.
Her mystical affinity tickled Katerina's fancy.
You're giving me a stony stare. Is something wrong? Are you disappointed? Lara wanted to meet you to collect the donations for the House of the Living. I prohibited her from going outside, and I strongly advised you against doing so. Yes, I'm giving her my personal savings. I tried to persuade my father to spare some money for the family funds, but they still refuse to believe in the outbreak. That is just a family line at the moment. Then why do you believe me? Me? I'm just not questioning anything. I'm not allowed to. If you want to know why I decided to give Lara my savings, I'll tell you this. That is because I'm compelled to. By the way, have you found the proof you were looking for? Unfortunately, I have. We did. We entered Isidore's house and found the plague there. Tell my father about it as soon as possible. If it isn't too late, tell him that I ordered to donate some money to Captain Ravel's daughter for the foundation of a shelter. He won't refuse. He will probably offer to donate some himself. I was planning to speak to your father in any case. And 2,000 from Maria. Thank you, Maria. You look really happy for some reason. I love the artwork in this game. Like, both for the game itself, the proper game here, the atmosphere is fantastic. And I also like the artwork hanging as paintings and drawings in these houses. It seems so morbid. Make a beeline right for Gregory. Gregory.
I'm deadly tired.
I feel guilty for having misled you, dear bachelor. Forgive this old man. I thought your ignorance of our local affairs would mystically skew the circumstances in your favor. Forgive me if I was wrong. There is no unexpected news to be heard, is there? No. The disease is spreading around the town already. It is necessary that we urgently appoint mid-level executives. Get all the doctors and hospital attendants. Let Soborov take care of that. After all, he was the one to demand emergency powers from us, which were granted. I've already sent all of my men to assist him, as well as an appreciable amount of money to further his administrative activities. We don't have any doctors or hospital attendants. The only man that knows something about medicine is currently examining my brother's body. It is strange. There's been no news from him so far. We need to send someone after him. What about you? What are you going to do? We will fight until the very end. I will personally persecute those who would dare describe this disease as some kind of preordained divine retribution. I will attack anyone who would say Simon got what he deserved. Finally, I will not allow anyone to say that what Simon has built by ceaseless labor is subject to inevitable destruction. Good for him. Yep. People should not be saying that this disease is from God as a form of punishment. It's just a disease. It doesn't care about that. This is just flat out mean. Saying that someone gets sick, they deserve it. That's just disgusting. And this is just saying that since Simon's dead, everything he probably built is going to now die, to be destroyed. Which is, come on, guys. There's no reason to do that. Retribution for what? Sooner or later, the one who dares challenge the mechanics of nature will pay the price. But this is not something we'd want to believe, is it? This is a conclusion drawn by people who tend to mistake their exhaustion for wisdom. However, an echo would sometimes grow to become a deafening noise. If people keep saying we're doomed, they might well bring about our extinction. Yes, I agree with that. Yep. You end up having a literal echo chamber where everyone suddenly believes that everyone's doomed, and then everyone panics, and then they begin tearing down things. Yep. Everything that I have seen here makes me think this is the case.
He's a brave man, this Haruspex. Worthy of Isidore's name.
Do we still have a shred of hope? There is always hope. I was greatly confused when I had done that earlier because I was like, hey, we should be able to ask you for money. But Maria's father is actually Victor. Interesting. So let's go and tell him what we're doing for Lara. And that we found proof of the disease. Victor.
Yes?
Lara Ravel is trying to set up a shelter where people can hide from the disease. She needs money. Your daughter has asked you to help. Is that so? So the Canny Bound are preparing for the epidemic already. Lara Ravel. She's the executed captain's daughter, isn't she? I don't know. Indeed. And Lara is a generous and selfless girl with a tragic fate. I will support her, of course. I'll send her some money tomorrow. I have come here at her behest. I'm afraid that every minute counts in the situation we found ourselves in. The shops are running out of food as we speak. We must urgently buy the little that's left. Prices are growing rapidly. I see. Right now, I can only give you some of the little we have left. Our family's funds are exhausted. I regret it, but that is directly related to my brother Simon's examination and burial. Thank you. And 5,000 more from him for that. Is there anything else? Okay. Alright, so those are the funds acquired. Let's pay a visit to the cathedral while we're here. It sounds drafty inside the place. This does not look like a good cathedral. Like a cathedral to a good, caring god. This looks like a cathedral to blood. The only thing of color in here is the red stained glass window here. With some sort of strange altar at the front. And at the top of the towers, what do we have? We have an extremely disturbing looking face. My goodness, that is really... This does not look like a benevolent god that they follow here. I wonder if they pray to death. So, also everyone, I am trying to do everything that I had done in the previous video. My reaction to that was, oh my god, what the heck? These people are insane. Alright, hello little girl. We know all about you. So we ask her where she's going so fast. Why is this happening? Why are the prices increasing so much? People say it's because the train will not come, and because there's something stirring. What train? The train. The one that transports food into the town. We have nothing stored at home, not even flour. You know how much I love stickjaw? And candy boxes, you know, the ones with green, yellow, and orange sweets all mixed up. But I've gobbled up the last one I had a week ago. That is indeed a sobering tragedy. In this game, I suppose one really should exhaust every single conversation topic, so we'll talk to more people as we pass by them. What time is it? 2:01. Man, the time just flies by in this game. Both because I find it fun, and because the clock, that clock's just always ticking. A needle. I will want a needle. And I'll take it for 83 bucks. Yeah, we'll take it for 83 bucks. Thank you, sir. Oh, we'll check. Oh, hello. The graveyard. We found the entrance to it. I was right. I must have been here before. We heard about a four-headed creature of some sort that glows white that showed up between the graveyard and the abattoir. Oh, by the way, everyone, I looked it up because I was curious. An abattoir, abattoir, I think is how you say it. That's a real thing. I thought it was some sort of like made-up name that this game was using for a massive slaughterhouse, but apparently that is actually what it is. An abattoir is a slaughterhouse. I've never heard the term before this game. How about that? Learn something new every day. All right, Tim. So, what do you want to talk about now? When we pass another shop, I'll take a look at all of our goods. Aha, food. We want some more food. We'll take a look at all our goods, and we'll take stock of the situation as I see it so far. In other words, I'm going to see how well we're doing. So we're about to lose a lot of our rations. We'll need to purchase more for ourselves. Hello, good sir. We've been here before because I see a gold ring here. Okay, so I want the cracker. It's cheap enough. 82 bucks is cheap now. It's only 3 yesterday. My goodness. The price leaped up here. So I am aware that the food heals different percentages of your hunger, but I have not written down what those percentages are. So I don't know if, for example, buying a dried fish would be considered less effective than buying a smoked meat. And somehow an egg doesn't look like a single... Oh, quail eggs are actually pretty big. Wait, are they? No, Tim, no. You're thinking of ostrich eggs. I think we'll take both of those. You want the milk as well? Milk's only $3.30. Reading the descriptions of these makes me think that you can get disease from them. But I'm hoping that's not the case. I'll take the risk and we'll purchase the milk. So we have plenty of miscellaneous stuff to sell with the urchins at the moment. We've got 7 razors, a hook, 5 needles, 8 straight razors, and a gold ring. I think they might also trade for the watch as well, the kids. I realized this in the video that I had recorded last time. I was surprised when a little girl was willing to accept a gold ring, and they're worth quite a bit of value to the kids. 5 value. A needle's worth only 1, so I probably should be holding on to these to trade these to the kids. All right, so let's grab this. Let's grab these items of food. Actually, you know what? I'm not going to take the milk. We'll take those. We have 9,000 bucks left. I have the cracker. Hello, garbage cans. You thought you could hide from me. You did. Okay, so let's go up here to Lara, and we'll tell her we have the equipment. We'll tell her we have the rations. Hello, little girl. We'll talk to you again. Where are you running to so fast? Why is this happening? So did you buy a lot? Nothing at all. We don't have that kind of money. Do you know how much they ask for a loaf of bread in the spleen? 3,000! You could buy a horse for that. I thought for a bit that I was going bonkers. So this is what sheer panic looks like. What? Never mind. They say the Canes have their own little shop, and they offer stuff at bargain prices, but it's not like anyone can waltz in there and buy whatever they like. The offer is reserved for the poor and the people that the Canes consider especially trustworthy. I wonder where the shop is. I wonder who the Canes trust. Interesting. Okay, so let's ask about the caches this time around. What caches? Caches! The mild dew's been looted. Cuckoo said someone pillaged his cache too, but the worst thing is that silly house has also been sacked clean. Who can tell how much schmouters are good and which ones are catch flies? If you eat the latter, you're toast. You could just leave as well as wash them down with acid. Oh, that sounds horrible. Wow, so the good schmouters they had developed are also all now bad, or mixed in with bad ones. I don't know if we'll be doing any mixing. I think that's the Harospex's deal. Oh, no one's bowing to us this time. That face. She does not look very happy at all.
Who will take on the responsibility for us?
Why are the three ruling families at odds? They lust for profit and ambition have nothing to do with it. I think they're simply confused. The final balance point is destroyed, and our whole life is going down before our very eyes. Why are they confused? Here's how it used to be. Subarov was the official leader, but Katerina was the weakest mistress. The brilliant prophet Nina was Victor's wife, and the youngest Cain held no real power. Vlad was the richest, but Victoria stopped him from abusing his resources. Ah, so the mistress's power complemented the power of the rulers to that extent. How could it be? First of all, they could see the future. Secondly, they breathed in unison with the earth, listening to the steppe. Finally, the aura of their spiritual force could be felt physically. The mistresses maintained life in the town, changing its intensity. They were like energy clots. And that is no longer so. Nina died. The Canes would have lost the power over the soul of the town, but Simon seemed to have absorbed her spirit. Simon didn't rule, he was a creator. Katerina, who had been inclined towards darkness before, became the Black Mistress. But she was held back by the White Mistress Victoria. The balance was restored. When Victoria died, Katerina rushed to take her place. She was quite afraid of playing games with Mother Darkness by then. The last of the mistresses was struggling and throwing herself from one extreme to another. Her fiasco was made up for by Simon. He transferred all executive powers over to Subarov, but brilliantly held the soul of the town in his grasp. So no one wants to bow his head to Katerina, who failed to become either a witch or an angel, right? More or less. You have a curious idea of government around here.
Clemency is born not of virtue, but rather of fear.
Here is what you asked for. Is this all you've managed to buy? Yes. You need to bring it over to the empty house in the flank. I showed you the way before, remember? My friends and an attendant that had helped us with the shopping are waiting there already. I'll be back soon. No problem. We'll get swing past the theater on the way. Okay. Help yourself. The prices have indeed soared beyond reason. Even so, I have to get the provisions to the shelter. It's a necessity, and any price is a small sacrifice. And over here, Gregory Kane agreed to delegate his authority to the head of the Sumarov family. So we want to go... Let's go like this. We might be able to swing by and get some more waste bins. Actually, let's stop by the the pharmacy really quick and see if we can buy some more immunity pills. And we can. He's selling 11, but they're $2.20 each. They're useless unless you buy like 10 of them. So we'll take 11. Done. My goodness, they're expensive. How is our immunity? Oh, almost at 50% already. I think it's best for us to hold on to the pills and use them, like, use all of them right before I decide I need to enter some place that could be, risky to enter. I'm getting a impression our immunities will be at 50%, naturally. I do wonder what on earth these were for. It looks like they were crafted to look exactly like that. Those staircases. I also would like to see what the polyhedron looks like at some point. Hey, little one. Wait up, wait up. You're skipping around. You look really happy. Hello? Wow, that's startling. What's wrong with you? Do you know me? Yes, you're the Bachelor. You know about the Changeling and the Ripper, right? They're at your heels, and they use every opportunity you miss to their advantage. What do you mean? And they spoil your plans all the time. They talk behind your back and tell lies about you. How? Clara says you love the truth so much that you won't tolerate any lie at all, and will raze to the ground anything that resembles it. Barca says that you only care for your mind, not your heart, and that you are unkind. They aren't telling lies. That's the truth, kiddo. But while we're here, what do you have to trade? Bullets. More bullets, but I don't have a gun. Hello, sir. Oh, there's nothing that we can talk about together. Hello, little girl. I've heard so much about you. I heard a lot about you, too. Oh, okay. No other conversation with that. What's in your pockets, pumpkin? Schmouder. A mix of randomly chosen drugs, mostly antibiotics. Those schmouders were created by children to play plague. The random recipe produced an unexpected result. The powder completely removes the effects of sand plague infection, but severely damages health. I'm gonna want probably one of those. But she's only interested in hooks and pins. And I don't have 10. Good to know. Hello, sir. You have more food, and I'm afraid I probably want it. We'll take all of this. 5,032 bucks. Done. And I think that might be the last of the food we'll be purchasing for a little bit. That's a way of saying I would like to not have to purchase food for some time, if I can get away with avoiding doing so. Hello, little one. Let's see what you have to trade. More ammunition. I missed the theater? I did. I'm going the wrong way. But we're right here next to these bins. We'll search the bins really quick. I want to go... Well, we're right near the house that we need to be at, kind of. So we'll visit that first, and then we'll go over to the theater. It's this way. And it is this house. It is the house for the living. This does not look like a safe place to be. Everyone's dead here, see? No one knows why. Perhaps it's an echo of yesterday's vendetta. We're a bit at a loss about this loss ourselves. What am I supposed to do with the provisions? The dead have no use for it. Give your offerings to Lara. Wasn't it she that asked you to bring food? She wanted to call her shelter the house of the living, didn't she? What, she's supposed to refashion her own home into a Lazar house now? She won't need it anymore anyway. Lara only has a few days left. Do persuade her to make the most of them. What, is she going to die? How should we know? But you're not the ones in charge here. We only know one thing for certain. It won't take long. We have nothing to do with it. Who does then? That will become very obvious very soon. Hurry, or poor Lara will die of starvation today. I will find a way to get to you. Just you wait. The house of the living is no more. It expired before it came to fruition. I am left with the gathered provisions. Perhaps I should take them to Lara Ravel's house. Whoa, that did not look good in there, and I heard people calling out in pain. Another another pharmacy. Little girl, what do you have? 2 pills and a member dorm. I took 3 pills, I think, while I was in there. How much are these worth to you? Just 1? We'll take 2 of them. So I should be stopping by seamstresses and what have you to look to purchase pins. This is the theater. So we'll stop in and pay a visit to the fine arts. So nice we found a ring on the ground. Another empty water bottle. Ah, right. And this is where we started from. Hello, sir. Good morning.
Yes?
For some reason, this guy reminds me, like, his outfit here with the cane reminds me of, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, Willy Wonka. The theater welcomes the distinguished audience at any time. There's a performance of the masks every evening, and the blood gets rinsed off every night. The rest of the time, slots are filled with a puppet show. But that's not all we have. Magic tricks, fortune-telling, dream reading. Whoever has eyes, let them see. But it's empty at the moment. That is a deceiving impression. The theater is small, but it holds quite a few secrets. Like the mime who is currently picking the threads from your clothes. Or the mask who is suing your fate for the next few days from those threads. What's in store for me? Your fate isn't bound yet. It will take time, effort, and of course your direct participation. Come to see us every evening. We'll show you how you're doing, bit by bit. Oh, I will definitely come by.
Changeling went to the dangerous and the suspicious as an envoy of death itself.
The 3 heads of the dragon are facing 3 different directions. 3 powerful families. 3 clans are overturned by the wind. This wind got in through the breach torn by Simon's death. How will they cope? Will they be able to come to an agreement? The masks do not know the answer to that question. And who does? The masks are 2, but the families are 3. I suspect the extra family is just that. An extra. It's superfluous. Someone will have to let go of their power before their fellow men remember a different art of letting. Which of the three? You don't need me to tell you that. The answer is yours. They're so different. Which one do you prefer? You came to this town, and now there's one more piece on the board. You are not a queen, of course, but a rook, at least. It's up to you. I get the impression what this means is that from the Soborovs, the Olgimskis, and the Kanes, we will need to choose one of them at some point, and that one will fall by the wayside. Thank you. Or maybe we will choose one and the other two will fall by the wayside. Nice, 2 bottles. I'll take both of those. Okay, so with that done, we will now head back over to Soborov's with the information that he will be in charge. Sorry, that the Kanes and Ogimskis have given their blessing to his authority. Let's barter lad. He's selling painkiller, and he'll take razors for them. I think we'll take one of these. Okay, so the Omgimskis will be this way and then across the river. Any shops along the way? What type of shop is this up here? Yeah, I probably should be stopping by Taylor's to buy more pins whenever I get a chance to do so. Is that a Taylor's? Oh, I don't see anything, but I do see some... I don't see a shop. But I do see some bins, so we'll stop by those. It's a food store. But I think I'm done buying food for the time being. The last money that we have, I need to hold on to that to pay for repairs. Actually, but first we'll visit the drunk here. Hello, sir. Do you have any bandages? You do not. Going the wrong way. Tim, you want to go up this way? Darn it. We have to go back exactly the way I came. That's a shame. I hate when I waste time like that. What time is it, by the way? Oh, 3:30. We did rest for 2 hours, so that's skewing my perception of how quickly time passes by. Oh, now I can't jump over the wall here. That was a waste of time too then. I'm getting the impression there aren't like random things you can pick up. Like we're not gonna find like a gun on the ground or stuff like that. Hello, boy. What do you have? Bullets. Okay. I wouldn't mind owning a gun in this game. It'd be really useful. I see a tailor. Sure. Let's visit the tailor really quick. We might have already visited this tailor in the last episode. I can't remember. We'll find out right now. Doesn't have anything I want anyway. It's not right-clicking, Tim. You're not playing System Shock 2. So what do you guys think so far of this game? I like it. I like it a lot. I like the sense of urgency that I feel for this game. It has not yet gotten very hard, but I suspect I made some pretty good decisions on the first day. You just have ammunition. I don't have a gun yet, so it's pointless for us to purchase any, because we don't yet know what we need. Pointless for us to buy revolver ammo if we get a rifle. Ah, hello there, miss.
Shh. Did you hear that?
So, You have seen for yourself that people differ greatly. Sad, but true. Some of them shine like stars, and others are nothing but stepgrass. There is only one thing that makes them different. Truly outstanding people care for others and are even prepared to give up their lives for their fellow men. People of the crowd only care about themselves. Why are you telling me this? People will be willing to give up their lives for you, dear bachelor, only to give you another chance to avert the forthcoming catastrophe. That is how you'll get to know them. Tell me, will you accept the sacrifices? No. I don't accept anyone's sacrifices. My job is to save human lives, rather than waste them. The life of a person can become the fee you'll have to pay to see the events move forward, unless you be willing to contribute to them, of course. Their motives will also differ, but their ability to give up their lives for a higher cause stays the same. Plague is the measure of humanity. I only hope they wouldn't do it without my knowledge. I think Katerina gives us hints about gameplay, judging from that. Sounds like we'll need to make a choice or two about who dies and who lives in order to actually make progress in one of the current day's missions. Soberov?
Without the mistresses, the ruler's struggle for power will turn into a military confrontation. But Katerina? No, wrong.
I have received express messages from Kane and Olgimsky. No one will dare interfere with my choices now. We are declaring quarantine. We'll create an anti-epidemic operational headquarters. I plan to assign ourselves to be its supervisors. Myself, because it is my duty. You, because that would be fair. We must fight shoulder to shoulder. Do you agree? I need unrestricted authority, access to all districts, and a personal firearm. From now on, infected districts will be blocked off. No one will leave the town until the situation is resolved. You will be allowed access to any and all areas of the town, of course. Neither Kane nor Olgimsky will have any right to stop you. You will have to provide the population with clear instructions. Be careful about it. It is not my place to mentor you, though. How are you planning to block the district off? I will recruit volunteers. We will pick trustworthy ones, people of good standing, family men with good reputations. I will grant them the widest range of authority. They will thwart any violence or looting. I will also stop any attempts to use arms. Where and when can I be armed? Here. Take good care of it. Firearms are rare in this town. If you need a gun, your best bet would be looking for it on the black market. Some townsfolk may keep makeshift, outdated, or prohibited guns. I'm sure that those who do will want to use them sooner or later. That is how we'll find them, but I have almost none at hand. That is truly regrettable. Thank you for this, anyway. Do what you think is apt. I only ask two things of you. First of all, take good care of yourself. Drink, eat, sleep. Be careful. I'm afraid many will take advantage of the situation to either settle old accounts or fulfill their hidden agendas. Secondly, spare those lives that can be spared. I will act according to the circumstances. We got a gun. Nice. I am listening, Bachelor. The prices are rising with every passing minute. People are panicking. Isn't this reason enough for the rulers to declare a state of emergency? They are panicking over nothing. Had it been the other way round, it would have been better. We would know what to be afraid of, but the people wouldn't. Over nothing. Their panic makes perfect sense. Yes. They have stopped lynching girls in the charge of cannibalism and possession of two souls. But if the dead keep piling up, they will go looking for someone to pin it on. We'll be able to stop the threat before the panic turns into a catastrophe, but only if I'm supported rather than stonewalled. Everything is in your hands, Bachelor. I know what I'm doing. All right, we got a gun. Let's take a look at that. And it is a revolver. 6-round semi-automatic revolver employed by certain special units in the active army. 30% durability. So we're going to have to get it repaired. I really like how we pull out a weapon. That is really nice. That's a nice touch. Okay, everyone. So I think we should stop here. Yeah, I think we'll stop here. So we'll pick this up in the next episode. Thank you all for watching, and take care, everyone. Actually, let's search this bin first. Is there 2 bins? Oh, we'll search those bins on the horizon too. Why not? We're not buying any more food. Oh, Lara! We need to return the food to Lara. I completely forgot. I walked right past her house, didn't I? I did. Oh, all right. Let's do that before I forget again. Man, what a waste of time. Darn it, that kind of really sucks. Good thing I remembered right now, though, or I would have gone through the entire day without realizing it. And that, I think, is my friend Chris, who wants to know if he's coming over to help take the air conditioning units out of the windows, because it was 40 degrees last night. Yep, fall is now finally here. Alright, so we'll do this. Turn the food in. And then I have to decide what I'll be doing in the next episode. I will not talk to the drunk. Oh, alright, so we have a revolver now as well, right? So we should totally talk to the little girl and see if she has revolver ammunition for us. Hello, little one. You do. You have 1. How much is it worth? It's worth 1. You'll take pins, hooks, and a gold ring. Hello, little one. I'm not talking to you at the moment. We're going to Lara's house, which is right here. I'm walking around the house, aren't I? I'm not going the right way at all. My goodness, what a difference the day makes in this game. We're finding 8 coins on the ground, and how little that is now compared to yesterday.
Haruspex was offered 100,000 for his inheritance. He refused.
I've obtained the rations, but there are some very odd orderlies standing by the house you've directed me at. They're using theatrical masks and costumes as disease protection, as far as I'm understood. Yes, I know. The House of Living will have to be relocated here. Remember that you are always welcome at the shelter. We'll preserve the stock, distributing the food in small portions. We will make it. I hope it all ends soon. So, I will always be able to find room and board at your place. You will. Take this as a reward, too. These are nuts. I've been given some today. It's great luck. They must have come from an old cache. Do you know how to use them? Crack them before eating. What else am I supposed to do with nuts? No, don't eat them. Barter them. Our children would turn themselves inside out for these nuts. Keep that in mind, especially if you want to barter for something dangerous. Why do they value nuts so highly? It's an old game. A child takes a nut and sends it on all sorts of adventures. At some point, adults took all the nuts away from the kids. They thought the game provoked them to do something risky themselves. The most wonderful thing is that the children remember almost every nut in the town by heart. Huh. Perhaps they have names too? I think so. Well, anyway, it's pure treasure. Thank you. I'll come by to see you soon. We gained a lens, and we gained some nuts. Let's see if we can find a little kid and see how much they're worth. Oh, there's a little girl. Hey, maybe we can get that schmouder from her. If this is the same little girl. My goodness, and the adults just let the little kids walk around here without any supervision? Hello, little one. What's in your pockets, pumpkin? No schmouders. So she will take the nuts. 1 for a peanut, 2 for a walnut, 2 for a hazelnut. We'll take a single alpha tablet, I think. Alright, everyone, so that will do it for us. Thank you guys for watching, and now I will see you guys all in the next episode. Take care, everyone.